15 celebrities who became homeless. Erin Moran. Moran is known for the role of Joni Cunningham in The Happy Days and spin-off series Joni Loves Chachi with co-star Scott Baio. After the show was cancelled, however, her life took a dark turn. She couldn't find any significant acting jobs, which led to depression. In 2012, she was reportedly evicted from the trailer park home she was sharing with her husband and mother-in-law for her hard partying. She died in 2017 at just 56 years old from throat cancer. Sly Stone. The head of the legendary funk band Sly and the Family Stone, Stone was one of the biggest names in the music industry. He used to own multiple houses throughout the United States, but these days he's living out of a van on the streets of Los Angeles. The singer has made some poor spending choices in his life. This, coupled with a history of drug abuse, has forced him out of his homes and onto the streets. John Drew Barrymore. A member of the Barrymore's family, the actor was the son of famous actor John Barrymore and the father of actress Drew Barrymore. After years of struggling in less than stellar roles, Barrymore gave up on acting and started to drift throughout the world. After quitting acting, he was known to disappear for months, living on the streets, only to pop up in jail for drug abuse or public drunkenness. John Drew Barrymore died from cancer in 2004 at the age of 72. Natasha Leon. 90s actress Natasha Leon, who starred in fan favorites like American Pie, has struggled with addiction and homelessness. After a couple of arrests and getting kicked out of her Gramercy Park apartment, Leon found herself living in the streets. Her troubles didn't stop there. In 2005, she was hospitalized for methadone addiction as well as hepatitis C, a heart infection, and a collapsed lung. However, the actress has since revitalized her acting career, appearing in the Netflix hit series Orange is the New Black and Russian Doll, the show she co-produced, co-created, co-directed, and starred in. She was even nominated for multiple Emmy Awards. Margot Kidder. Kidder is most widely known for her role as Lois Lane in the Superman film series, appearing in all 4 original films. During the 90s, Kidder's mental health was declining. She had received a diagnosis of bipolar disorder in 1988, which she rejected at the time and refused any treatment for it. She even experienced a very publicized manic episodes. She was found wandering the streets of Los Angeles, sleeping in cardboard boxes and backyards. She died of a self-inflicted drug and alcohol overdose on May 13, 2018 at the age of 69. Sugar Ray Williams. In the late 1970s through the mid-1980s, Williams was captain of the New York Knicks and played for the Boston Celtics 1985 NBA Finals team. After his retirement, Williams struggled financially, eventually filing for bankruptcy in 1994, which led him to lose his home and family. In 2010, the Boston Globe reported that he was sleeping in the backseat of his 1992 Buick in Pompano Beach, Florida. Williams died March 22, 2013 after suffering from colon cancer. He was 58 years old. Barkley. The Blade Barkley amassed $5 million from his boxing career until he fell on some difficult times after his retirement. Penniless and unemployed, he became homeless in November 2010 after he was evicted from his Bronx apartment. Through the support of the Bronx non-profit Bronx Works and the Ring 10 boxing charity, the former world champion found housing and receives assistance so he can become self-supporting. Brett Butler. Butler found her rise to stardom in the sitcom Grace Under Fire from 1993 to 1998, for which she received 2 Golden Globe Awards nominations. But behind the scenes, Butler battled a recurring drug addiction and spent time in rehab. After the show was cancelled in 1998, the actress moved out of LA and into a farm in Georgia where she lived with 15 pets. After she spent all her money on drugs, she turned to a homeless shelter for cover. Willie Ames. The actor was best known for playing Tommy Bradford on the hit 1970s television series 8 is Enough. At the time, the child star was making more than $1 million annually, but lost it all after a lifelong battle with alcohol addiction and ended up sleeping under bushes and in parking garages. Randy Quaid. Randy was everywhere in movies for 3 decades. During his career, he was nominated for an Emmy Award, Academy Award, a BAFTA Award, and a Golden Globe Award. But after having troubles with the law, he and his wife are without a home, as they were caught squatting in the guest house of a property that they used to own. These days, Randy has stayed out of the spotlight, and information about his current activities and location is limited. Alex Lambert. Former American Idol contestant Alex Lambert is currently homeless, living out of his car in Los Angeles. He has been quoted as saying that he would rather live in his car here than go back home and give up on his dream. Rocky Lage. In the 1970s and 80s, Lage was a world boxing champion, but lost it all when he started losing his winning stride. For the past 2 decades, Lage has suffered drug problems, became homeless, and suffered a stroke that forced him to walk with a cane. Bobby Driscoll. Academy Award winner Robert Cletus Bobby Driscoll became famous as a child actor through movies such as So Dear to My Heart, The Window, and Treasure Island. But by 1956 he was arrested for marijuana and was reportedly using harder drugs. In 1968 his body was found by 2 children in an abandoned building in downtown New York. He died penniless from drug-hardened arteries at the age of 31. Debbie Clark, aka Storm. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Debbie Clark was part of the very popular show called American Gladiators. She was one of the gladiators performed on the show for 3 years under the name of Storm, until she suffered from an injury that ended her career. After years of struggling, Debbie Clark is now living on the streets of San Diego with her son. Houston McTeer. At one time, McTeer was dubbed the world's fastest human while still in high school. He was able to escape poverty in Florida and moved to Los Angeles, where he tried his hand in boxing under the coaching of Muhammad Ali and Harold Smith. However, his meteoric rise was effectively ended by the American-led boycott of the 1980 Summer Olympics, and he subsequently fell into obscurity, drug abuse, and homelessness. He ended up sleeping on Santa Monica Beach for years before being rescued by an older woman.